Welcome back to my channel. It's a beautiful morning here at Cigar headquarters. Just wanted to smoke this Quorum shade. This is a Torpedo 6x52. It's a beautiful day. Just wanted to hang out with you guys a little bit, smoke a stick. I've smoked this before, this particular brand and wrapper. It was just a short Robusto. It's my favorite budget cigar. $2 for this cigar. It was a Torpedo until I cut it off. How's everybody doing today? What's new in your world? Having some coffee, the sun's shining. Just got off of work a little bit ago. Thought I'm gonna have a cigar. Why not post it and share it with you guys? I've mentioned this before, but I'm a really fast smoker. I'm trying to slow down. These budget sticks, it doesn't bother me as much, but I smoked Perdomo the other day. It wasn't a giant one. It was a Torpedo. I think it was a little bigger than this, but I smoked that cigar in like 40 minutes. Just want to enjoy it longer than that, but definitely a fast smoker. This thing's light and nutty and creamy. It's a shade, so it's their most mild offering. I really enjoy these shade-grown sticks in the mornings with coffee. You can smoke a Maduro in the morning. You know, people get a little timid of Maduros because of the dark wrapper, but really that's the sweetness. That wrapper provides a sweetness on that Maduro, but some of the tobacco, the blends inside, can be a little harder. You smoke something like this when you don't have anything in your stomach, and you shouldn't have any issues. Yeah, just get like a real nutty, like a cashew, like not real strong though, but a definitive kind of nuttiness out of this thing. Nicaraguan stick. I think they're made pretty well. Got a little issue here. See that? Happens sometimes. Again, you're talking about a $2 stick. The way this thing's burning, we're talking about 30 minutes, 35 minutes probably. It takes some people an hour to smoke one of these. I don't know. Similar with coffee and bourbon though. The coffee I can't drink it if it's not hot. And unless you put it in one of those travel mugs, it doesn't stay hot long. So I tend to kind of chug that as well. And bourbon must just be really good because I drink that fast as well. Not a fast eater though. Nobody cares about this probably, but I can keep it pretty slow with that, even if it's something I really enjoy. What are you guys smoking? What's going on today? Just got like a little bump in that. See it? It's like a little piece of something there sticking out. Oh, there's some leaf, but that issue's still there. Oh, now I did it. I'm pulling on it. It's like a little stem sticking out. Some other stuff in this stick too. You're clearly getting tobacco, nice light. From what I can tell, decent quality tobacco, especially for a $2 cigar. There's something else in there though. It's not chocolate or leather. There's something in there. And it's good. I guess it's coffee, but I'm drinking coffee, so maybe I'm not getting. Maybe you're just the two things you're getting out of this is tobacco and the cashew, the nutty sort of cashewness. Which wouldn't be bad. I've had really expensive cigars that I can't taste much of anything besides pepper and tobacco. And unfortunately for me, usually that's not a good thing. I just get it burned. Just getting my tongue and throat burned on a cigar like that. I'd rather have it be a little bit more mild and at least pick something out. Even if it's hay, at least there's something else there. Cedar would be good. There's no wood on this stick at all. No oak, no cedar, nothing like that. I just want to pick that off there so bad. It's a really stiff stem too. Like it's kind of durable. I'm gonna try to cut it off. Even cutting it's not working. It won't cut. Oh boy. Oh boy, okay. Wow. That's interesting. I gotta get that on camera. Hang on a second. I've never seen that in any cigar before. Just pulled this out of the end reluctantly. Did not want to do that. This was the part that was sticking before it blows away here. It's getting windy, of course. This was the part that was sticking out. And then this whole thing came out of there. But it doesn't seem, now I didn't draw on it yet, it doesn't seem like it's going to affect the end of it. I just couldn't take it. I tried cutting it and it wouldn't come out. Come on, give me the end. Come on, baby. Well, you get the idea. It doesn't seem affected. I wouldn't even say that this was affecting the draw at all. It was just sticking up and just making it not look so pretty. Because I don't think it's drawn better or worse, and nothing's coming out. So now I'm glad I pulled it out just because I was on video. Very interesting. It's hard. Like it's a hard, like it won't poke your skin. You know, it's not, but it is hard to bend it. And when you bend it, you can really feel it bend. It's a real hard. And again, I'm sure most people that have smoked more than, you know, a couple dozen cigars have had that. What just happened to me happened to them, but that was the first time. Yeah, this is a really enjoyable one for me. I really enjoy these. For $2, you're batting 1,000. Anybody into sports out there? You got the NFL, week 5 coming up? And you've got baseball playoffs. I'm excited for the baseball playoffs. I like football too, but I like the baseball playoffs this time of year. Trouble with baseball is that, you know, you play 162 games. I'm not saying these guys don't want to win every game or don't have quality at bat or day or whatever every single game, but I mean, the NFL has 16 regular season games? If I'm wrong, don't beat me up too bad, guys. Like I said, I'm more of a baseball guy. I think it's 16 or 17, but regular season games, I mean, that's, you know, I don't know what 162 divided by 16 is. What is it? 10, approximately 10. I mean, they're playing, baseball's playing 10 times more games than football. I mean, it's just a lot to stay focused on as the player of baseball, of 162 games, and also as a fan. I'd like to meet a person that watches every game, 162 games for their team. I'm sure there's people out there that do that. If you do that, let me know. I would love, or if you know somebody that doesn't miss a game, I'd like to know. You know, you got games on Wednesdays at 1 in the afternoon, and you have to be retired or have the most flexible job to be able to watch all the baseball games. Obviously, football's always on either a weekend or a night, you know, an evening. And to watch your team once a week is a completely different story than, you know, sometimes it's 7 times a week for baseball. A lot of weeks, I'm sure it's 7. It's 1 a day, every day. It's a lot. Even baseball stadiums. Yeah, I made a video a while back. I was up in the Bronx on 9/11, went to a Yankee game, and you know, it's 81 games a year that they're at home. You know, 162 divided by 2, half at home, half on the road. 81 times that stadium has to be exciting. 81 times a year. I mean, that's like a quarter of a year. I know there's a lot of math going on here. I'm a mathematical guy. 81 times a year you have to have that stadium has to feel warm and inviting, and there has to be food cooked, and bathrooms have to be clean, and wow. But it is expensive to go, so there's a reason it's so expensive to go. My neighbor's having a conversation behind me. I hope it's nothing too private, because it's getting posted on my channel. Love the retro hail in this. It's where you really pick up on that cashew note. This ash is just hanging on. I guess I should just ash it. Oh, there it goes. Pretty wrapper too. I showed you earlier, but it's the little things, you know. It makes you feel good when your cigar looks nice. It's like they say you eat with your eyes first, or also, and I feel like it's the same thing with a cigar. Even if it's one you're familiar with, it's when you first pick it up and it's in its wrapper. You're getting ready to cut it and light it. You're kind of smoking it with your eyes first. Now this thing was boating a little bit, but straightened itself out pretty good. I do that spin in my mouth. Some people don't like that. If you're one of those people, sorry. Just to me, it's almost natural. It just feels like it's gonna keep it smoking. You know, I talk about this channel on my channel a lot, but Cigars Daily with that guy Tim that hosts it is his channel. He said, you know, he said there's no combustors in here. There's nothing to make this thing burn. You know, that's why when you sit a cigar down, that's why you don't ever mash a cigar out. You sit it down if you want it to go out, and when you sit it down, it eventually goes out. 5 minutes sometimes. Sometimes some of them are a little longer, depending. But sit a cigarette down like that. It doesn't go out. That's why people out their cigarettes, because it's better than having it just sitting there burning. It's down to the filter. You know, the filter burns then too. You need to get that fiberglass in the air, basically. But I don't want to trash cigarettes. But there's no combustibles in here. There's nothing that makes this thing burn. What makes it burn is your draw on it. So, yeah, I mean, it's a heck of a thing. Just all natural, basically things that grow in nature in a stick. And then pretty crazy to think about what's in a cigar compared to a cigarette. Again, I don't want to hammer cigarettes too much. One more thing, and I'll let it go, but just the amount of ingredients in a cigarette. Go on to a cigarette website and look at the ingredients. It's, you know, it's got to be over 100 things. And what's in a cigar? Tobacco, different styles and kinds. I was thinking about cigars, and I was thinking about secondhand smoke with cigars. You know, you talk about secondhand smoke with cigarettes, but you know, is it a cigar? It's not. You don't inhale cigars. Most people don't, and that's what sort of cigar people. That's the leg they stand on. That cigars aren't as bad as cigarettes because you don't inhale them. Excuse me, but what if you're smoking? What if you smoke cigars in your home and you have children, and I guess they're inhaling that secondhand cigar smoke, and that would be bad then. Keep saying it, but I really enjoy this. You know, I prefer if this was a Perdomo 10th anniversary champagne, but That's not an everyday smoker for me. Ooh, that Man of War, uh, Virtue. That's another one I wish was an everyday smoker for me. Those are really, really nice. I'd say for light cigars that aren't budget cigars, that are mild to medium, definitely like those two. The 10th Perdomo 10th Anniversary Champagne and the Man O' War Virtue. Those are great. I have this one, the Quorums, in all three offerings. The Shade, the Sun-Grown, as well as the Maduro. I like all those. They're all really good. For the price. $2 a stick. It's really not beatable in my opinion. I feel like the bugs are worse than ever. Everywhere I go, outdoors, it's like something's biting me. Just got bit just now by something. It's the middle of the morning, not the evening. I guess it doesn't matter. They don't know what time it is, right? They're just thirsty for blood. I heard earlier when I was smoking this, I heard this happen and the leaf cracked a little bit. You see that there? I heard it crack like right here. Right there, I heard it crack. And by crack, I mean I heard it come undone off of the binder inside. It doesn't affect it though. I mean, we'll find out, but I don't think it's going to affect it at all. No smoke is coming out where it's busted up. Yeah, it just doesn't get harsh. For me, most cigars, the last quarter of the cigar is much different than the first 3/4, and it tends to be not as pleasurable. There are some sticks I've had that I've liked it maybe even a little more, but most, I'd say 9 out of 10. The last quarter for me isn't the most enjoyable. But when something this light, it's starting to get a little spicy now on my tongue. We're about down the last third here, but it's still not even unenjoyable. It's still very enjoyable because it's a Shadegrown and the fillers and things are, I'm assuming, on the lighter side. I also think I'm a Nicaraguan guy. They say eventually you're gonna sort of lean towards a certain area, a certain region, I mean, what do we got? Honduras, the Dominican Republic, Nicaragua. I'm sure I'm missing a big one, and hopefully somebody can correct me in the comments or leave the other 2 or 3 I'm not thinking of. I'm not mentioning Cuba, of course, because I'm not even going there with the Cuban stuff, with Cuban cigars. It's not happening. It's just like with whiskey. I'm not going into Scotch or Japanese stuff. I had some Japanese whiskey at my local cigar lounge a couple weeks ago, and I was pretty hammered. Had a driver, had an Uber, but it's pretty hammered. But I liked it at the time. But I'm not going to start getting into that or trying to figure those out. And Scotch is out of the question. I'm sticking with bourbons and ryes. I think you just got to pick a lane. Now, if I'm at somebody's home or business or something and they offer me Scotch and a Cuban cigar, I'm not going to say no. I'm going to be excited, depending. I'm assuming if they're offering me some scotch, it's probably some good stuff. But not necessarily, and I would still drink it. Also, like, 80 proof and above, or sorry, 90 proof, I'm not even making sense, 90 proof and above. I just like when stuff has some proof on it. You get into the premium bourbons and ryes, they're almost always 90 and above. The cashew's even more pronounced now. It's even heavier. But now, like I said, I'm just getting a little spice on my tongue, on my throat. It's nice. It's a nice spice. I would probably normally have heated this coffee up. This is a nice thick mug though. This mug's pretty good. Keeps it pretty warm, pretty hot for a while. If you made it this far, thanks for hanging in here with me. Some people say they like this. Some people say they like when I smoke a whole cigar. They want to smoke a cigar with me. I appreciate you if you're doing that. Hope you're enjoying yourself. Hope it's nice where you live, where you're at. You don't need to be where you live to smoke a cigar, so wherever you're at, hope you're enjoying yourself. This is probably a 2 cigar day for me. Probably smoke one a little later tonight. The sun starts going down. It'll be something a little bit heavier than this. Probably something along the lines of a Maduro. I made a bunch of videos. I really like that Oliva Master Blends 3. That thing is killer good. Really great. Gets spicy. The last quarter is spicy. They all are like that, those dark ones, for me. And that La Historia translates to the story. That thing's fantastic too. That's a great stick. I've got a couple of each of those. And those Rocky Patels, the Decade, those are good too. Still have a few of those left. I like to breathe like that when I'm smoking. I just don't do it as much as I wish I did. It's nice. It kind of clears your airway. And then when you take another drag, it gives you a nice, fresh objective, a nice, fresh feeling. Coming up on the 30-minute mark of this video. This stick's getting to the end now. Like I said, a $2 budget stick. I'm not going to smoke this thing down all the way where it's burning my fingers or my lips, of course. That would just be crazy. So we took the wrapper off the label and it's starting to busted it up a little bit. You can see it there, but again, this isn't a pretty cigar contest. This is just me enjoying a budget stick. So no big deal at all. Still very nice. Just want to show you the inside of this real quick. No big deal, but why not just explore this whole thing? Gives you a little information. The internet now, there's even a QR code there, look at that. With the internet now though, in case anybody wants to scan it, I don't know if it'll work or not, probably not. The internet though, any information you want or need, pretty much right in your fingertips with your phone. Good stuff. Looks like now maybe that area where I tugged a little, took that stem out of there, might be starting to come out a little. But I'm just about finished here. I've got another minute or two and I'm done. Not sad that this stick's done, but kind of wish it was a little more. I'm really enjoying myself right now. Hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. All right, it's getting messy now. All right, I am going to enjoy the day. I hope you do the same, and I will see you guys in the next one.